Yo, 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 man, you know what it is, dog. Time for the livest sports talk radio show on the planet, man. Beyond the bleachers. We in like the thousandth week. I don't even know what week we in. We've been on here every day, every week. Well, no, almost every week. We fell off a couple times. It's all good, though. What up, though, man? You know what it is, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, holding it down. I got my man Jay Lew and Hugh in the building. What up, fellas? What's good?
What's happening, Q, man? How everything going with you, man?
Man, everything always lovely, dog. I'm so excited. I don't even know what for. Probably because it's hump day. Hump day?
Oh, yeah. What up, though?
What's going on, fellas? Shit, y'all better get excited, man. We had a good weekend of sports. I know we got a lot to talk about, but what's been going on with y'all, man, before we jump all off into the sports, man? What's been going on, dog? Anything good happened this weekend?
I just got my lazy on this weekend, man. Plus, I had to work, so, I just been basically grinding through the weekend, man. Actually, funny as it sounds, they gave me today off, man, today and tomorrow, so I was just resting in. I took a nap, man, and kind of kicked back the whole day, man, and I was excited to getting ready for the show, man. Basically, it's a lot to talk about, man, and yeah, you're right, man. It was a really exciting sports weekend, man, and round two of the playoffs is really jumping off well too, man. So yeah, I'm interested in a lot of stuff, man, that we got to talk about, man, the good and the bad.
For sure, always, man. I think it's probably more good than bad. I think it depends on what Jay talking about. Jay, what's going on with you, boy?
Nothing much, man. Just let y'all know I'm outside. I'm sitting in the car, man. I had to enjoy this weather, man. I couldn't be sitting in the house.
That's what's up. He say he broadcasting live on air from the car.
If it gets too wild, man, just let me know, because, you got a lot of people still parking, and, well, dude just was driving a Mustang not too long ago, man, just swerved on out of the parking lot. So, if it gets too loud, just let me know. But I'm okay, man. A little irritated today. So, but my weekend been okay. I'm a little irritated. I haven't had a nap today. So, I'm a big baby on the phone right now. I'm a big baby broadcaster right now. My girl told me to get out, pretty much. Enjoy the weather, get some fresh air. So
that's true.
That's what I'm doing, man. So yeah, I'm a little heated today. So I'm gonna let it rip.
How you gonna let it rip, huh? That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it rip today.
For sure.
Ratings like going up a lot today. I'm letting it rip.
All right, well, we gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on, man. But outside of you being heated and enjoying the weather outside, anything good going this weekend other than the sports?
Not really for me, man. It was just business as usual, man. I've been grinding this like, man. Hell, I just not so long ago got off a few days, man. In April, man, around my birthday, man. And hell, man, I felt like I need another vacation.
Already.
Always, yeah, already, man. But I just been fighting the feeling, man. I ain't been really tripping out too much, man. It's just basically, man, looking at a lot of good stuff that was going on. Like you said, man, it was a really strong draft. It was real silent, man, and boy, there was a lot of good pickups, man, in that draft, man. It was actually pretty interesting with some of the things that happened too.
Right.
Like I've been saying, man, it's been a pretty good weekend, man. As far as sports, I've just been digging that, man. And I've been catching up on my TV series too. My Game of Thrones, man, got real serious.
Man, I am not up on that, man. I am not up on that. That's not my thing.
That's
one of the, I'm telling you, man. That's one of behind the Walking Dead, man. Well, in front of the Walking Dead to me. Game of Thrones is like Game of Thrones.
Me too. I agree.
Shows on TV right now.
What?
That's my order too. Game of Thrones, then Walking Dead. I could never choose that above Game of Thrones. Too much interesting stuff going on right now in that show, man. Jazz, did you see it, man, this weekend?
What?
Nuts,
Game of
man.
Thrones?
Game of Thrones, yeah.
You know they had the first 4 episodes had leaked. So I watched it like 4 weeks ago, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Dang.
Oh, cheating ass, the flake gate ass nigga.
I got an application, man, called Showbox. So they just, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can get everything you want. Dog. You got an Android, you can get all the TV shows, all the cable shows, all that stuff without, you know what I'm saying? Without the hassle.
Oh, I need to get it ahead of time too, man. Even though I cheated a little bit, man, I had this website, man. If people want to get on that too, called Wet Paint, man, and it basically tells you and gives you secrets, and it'll tell you like, hey, you don't want to get too far into the show or the season or past the season into the next season. Stop right now. And I'll be like, the hell with that. I definitely got to hear what's going on, and I think it all started when you know, all the people I like was dying off the show, like Robert Starks and his mom, Catelyn Starks. And I was getting pissed off, man. And that's when I found out, hey, man, something got to give, man. Some of the bad guys got to die. And that's when they told me about and Tywin Lannister and all those cats. So, yeah, that's another one I suggest if you interested in, check out that Wet Paint.
All right, I'm gonna get up on that, man. Y'all some old cheating ass Tom Brady ass people though. I heard that, Jay. Hey, look though, but real quick before we get all the way off into the sports, so I know last week we touched on the situation going on in Baltimore. I just want to say, of course, they actually got charges this time, so they got charges from the well, not the district attorney, but the state attorney. And might I add, I don't know if y'all seen the state attorney over there in Baltimore, but she low key, she kind of fly though.
She is. Yeah. Oh my God, she is a hot mama.
Yeah, she kind of fly. And she only
man, you gotta see her.
Yeah, she only like 35 too, so she like the youngest one that they ever appointed. And she kind of fly, but anyway.
She looks delicious.
Right, it said delicious. Yeah, she real easy on the eyes. But yeah, so they got charges, man. So I'm excited about that. Not sure if the charges really gonna stick, but it's a step. I guess it's a step in the right direction. What you think about that, Hugh? What you think, man? You think the charges gonna stick?
I'm definitely hoping so. That's something that they need there, man. That's something that, not trying to get on the race topic, that black people and innocent black people who've been getting bombarded by police, police brutality and a lot of the things that have been going on in this world, man. And I've been seeing not only just blacks, man, it's been black, white people. A bit more surprised that they've been, harassing white people too for like no apparent reasons, like tasering them and just whatever they feel like, man. So I'm not going to say just the black thing is because it's not a race thing. The police are out of control and doing whatever the hell they want to do. And I feel like something has to be done, because we don't want vigilantes out there putting things in their own hands. But I feel like now that they're trying to punish the people who needed to be punished, that's something that I'm really happy about, man. I'm hoping to stick, man, because that'll bring peace, man. But, it can't bring a lot of the lives out there who, been lost back. But if they don't justify these things that's going on with these policemen, then there's going to be more bad things going on, man. We don't need to fight violence with violence, man. It's like some way we're going to have to make amends, man. And just hopefully this stick and things get better, man, finally, for Baltimore and all over the world, man.
Right. Sure. What you think, Jay? You think the charges might stick?
I really think they are. And the reason I say that is, the riots or whatever I should say the protest. The protest, the people of Baltimore wasn't quiet, of course. It got out of hand. We touched on it a lot last week. And I think they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So I would say a slang term that, we use and we know what's going on, whatever. The officer gonna have to take one for the team. Like he gonna have to take one. Like, and I just think they just gonna have to swallow this. Cause just say they do charge them, which that's mainly what we kind of want anyway. You know what I'm saying? We kind of want justice in that department as far as just trying them. You know what I'm saying? Just trying them.
Exactly.
So he can get convicted by a jury of his peers. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Man, if he get off, he get off. But I think in this instance, man, you know, just with everything that's going on, all of these African American brothers getting killed by police, man, and the police not handling procedures right and stuff like that. I really think, man, a conviction needs to happen because I think it's gonna get out of hand. Right. I really think they're gonna get right back out there, and then it's gonna be a riot.
It's gonna be a riot for real, then.
Yeah, because they gonna. It had already got out of hand to the point where they feel like, you know what I'm saying, they haven't had justice, and you know, with the history of the Baltimore Police Department upon the residents or whatever of Baltimore, all the cases they done had against them, man, it's just enough is enough. So hey, he jacked this up, man. Convicting, like I said, take one for the team, and you know, and get this over with. So I really think he's going to get convicted,
right?
Because it's going to be more political than anything. The reason he gets convicted.
All right, I can see that. I can see that going. And I feel what you're saying. Take one for the team. Basically, you know, just unfortunately, you're gonna have to be the example. And you know, black people have been the example on a lot of shit. So we understand what that means, you know, in the broad scheme of things. But now it's a lot of them that's getting charged. I think it's only one that's like really getting charged for like the death. But the other one's still getting some kind of charge for like basically being accessories. But the funny thing is though that when you ask this question is that everybody who answers is hesitant. And I think that in itself is fucked up because that means that if you can have on video and documented, you know, evidence that supports the fact that, you know, basically he died at the hands of the police and they never offered the proper medical assistance, it's still funny to me that when you say are these charges gonna stick, people are kind of hesitant, like we really don't know. And that's fucked up all in itself. Like it should be obvious. It should be hands down, like, yeah, definitely. But we know in our judicial system that some shit is fucked up and it might not happen. And that's crazy, dog.
Right. Because the police been getting away with so much lately, man. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Like they ain't the law, but the law. So
right.
What's been going on, man. So that's why we don't know what the hell's going on. We still kind of shaky about the situation because a lot of the stuff when these young men out here, African American men, man, I add, right, they're dying out here, man. You know, they're going to court there and they're saying, hey, it's not enough evidence. Something, a loophole always happening where not only did the police get away, but it's like no charges.
Right. Know? Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. But hopefully, man, everything work out. Shout out to all the people out in Bmore. You know what I'm talking about? Baltimore, keep y'all head up, man. Everybody around here got to keep their head up too, because the police is the same everywhere, honestly. It's always that chance, man, that you might be getting served that speeding ticket and lose your life. That's fucked up. It ain't funny, but it's true.
See what? I don't mean to cut you off, Hugh, but you see what happened to the guy in Inkster, in the city of Inkster here.
Yeah.
They beat the snot out of this guy for nothing.
And went back to the precinct and talked shit about it.
And they trying to plant drugs on him.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And they going to jail. All of them.
They better.
Nah, it ain't even no question that that's going. They going to jail. They even caught them on video joking about it.
Exactly.
They were laughing, joking, making a mockery of them, and beat the hell out of this dude.
Right. Yeah. That's
just beat him.
Yeah, shit like that you think you see only in a movie. Yeah, sir. But anyway, man, shit, enough about that, man. So shout out to my people, my brothers on the East Coast, you know what I'm talking about? Keep your head up, man. But for me, I know y'all was talking about, you know, Game of Thrones and all that shit, man. I really ain't got into that, but it's one thing that I have gotten into. I don't know if y'all fellas up on Netflix, man, but Netflix got the Daredevil series, man. Daredevil's the shit. I don't know if y'all seen that yet. Y'all seen that?
I just started checking it out, and I like it.
Series.
Man, Daredevil was the shit.
I can't wait to bring the second season up.
Hell yeah, because I'm about to be done. I've been trying to pace myself because it's only like 12 episodes, so I've been trying to pace myself. That shit good as hell. You seen it, Hugh?
It's great.
I've been definitely checking out. I've seen the first episode today, and the second episode I seen one of the previous ladies in the showbiz right now, man. What's the Dawson chick? I forgot her first name.
Oh yeah,
Dawson.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she in there, man, and I was like, yeah, I was happy to see that. And the cute little chick on New Blood is in there too, Jessica. So I'm familiar with some of the people in there, but yeah, it's a really good series, man, for what I've seen already.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm definitely, I'm going to watch at least 3 or 4 more episodes before I go to bed tonight.
Right.
I really got to do some catching up.
Yeah, it's the shit, though. Hey, but look, speaking of TV programs, though, real quick, we'll jump on some sports in a second. I just got to mention this. I seen this on Facebook. I don't know how true this is. But I heard, or I seen on Facebook anyway, that they were supposed to be replacing Taraji Henson with what's her name? Damn, what is that old girl name? The chick from Being Mary Jane. What's the old girl name?
Oh, Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, did you hear that? Is that shit true?
Oh man, I'd be.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. If the news don't come from TMZ, it's not right.
It ain't right. TMZ, the word, and the source.
They have a whole lot of like they're going off a lot of stuff because a lot of people was offered the role.
Right.
Like Gabrielle Union was offered that role of Cookie.
Oh, okay.
Monique was, and I forget the other lady. It was like 5 of them.
Oh, okay.
That got offered the role to play Cookie, and Taraji beat all of them out.
Oh,
Except
okay.
for Monique, I think Monique turned it down. They offered it to Monique, but she had turned it down or whatever and said she thought Taraji would be better in the role.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is just straight up, bull crap.
Oh, okay. All right. I was wondering. Now she's sexy to the motherfucker, but I can't see her doing that role though.
No, I'll be pissed off, man.
Right, I'll be pissed off because she like a robot or some shit.
Yeah, her acting too cheesy.
Exactly. Yeah, she's like a fucking robot or something. Right.
I never want Bad Boy. She won Bad Boy 2 for me, man.
Damn, that's deep.
Right.
Yeah, that's real deep.
Sorry, man. I kind of slapped on her, man.
No, you really did. Though. That's deep. You said she ruined the whole movie. Damn. Hell no. All right, man. So I'm done with that. I just wanted to throw that out there. I wanted to see if that was true. So we go jump on topic, man, because we got a lot of stuff to cover. Only got a couple of hours, of course. Mm-hmm. So I think where I want to start off, really, is we ain't gonna start with the fight because I don't want Jay to get out of breath in the first couple of minutes.
We need to start with that.
You want to start with the fight? All right, we can start. We can start the fight, man. So first of all, man, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Well, you know what? Before we even get to the fight, though, did y'all see all the shit on TMZ and all them Instagram posts and shit with people fighting from Detroit at the club down there at Rehab in Vegas during the fight? Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I've seen something about that, man. It looks so crazy.
Man, I'm talking about
they went article like, man, what the heck going on?
They went crazy. I'm talking about they had videos from every angle. That shit made it to TMZ. All you hear is the chick in the background screaming Detroit versus everybody, dog. That shit was funny. It was funny but terrible at the same time. Like I didn't know what to think. Like first I was like, hell yeah, but then I was like, oh dog, come on, man. We out here for the wrong reason.
Rehab should be focusing on getting better, man.
No, but
Vegas is acting fool.
Dog, acting fool. And the rehab club is like some real famous shit. So like people talk about on their rap songs and shit. I've never actually been there, but it's like one of the major little spots in Vegas. And from what I understand, I think it was I'm not real clear on the story, but I think they were like selling something. Like they had like a booth set up or something, and somebody tried to steal something, and like everybody just jumped on the dude, like just women, kids, dudes, everything just jumped on him. Dog, shit was crazy. Like so before we jump off into the actual fight, man, I want to ask y'all this, and Jay, I'm gonna start with you on this one, dog. Should this is probably a dumbass question, but should we be proud of the fact that we go out of town and actually support each other, or was this the dumbest shit ever? Like the worst publicity for Black people in Detroit? Man, which one you think it was?
Well, I mean, what you talking about? Us actually going down there and like going to the festivities on there, or starting some shit?
No, I mean the fact that that's basically what happened was something was stolen, and they all joined in together to beat the dude ass who stole the shit. So like, is that like showing like some good unity, or did we just put ourselves on blast for doing some dumb shit? You know, that's the real question though.
You know what, man? I think that was just another black eye to our city, man, and where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know what I'm saying, we're already in the public eye. Like, I went to Arizona. I moved to Arizona for a year. About three or 4 years ago, I lived in Arizona for a year, and when everybody asks me where I'm from, you know, I always be like, I'm from Detroit or whatever, and they be like, oh, is that bad? Or, man, I know you had it bad there or whatever, and I'm just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, damn, they know about us here, all the way down here in Arizona, you know what I'm saying? So right. I think that the you know, perspective they look at us in already, man, it's even worse now because of this garbage. I mean, you're going down to enjoy festivities and this whole nice little sports weekend or whatever, and this crap. And like you said, it gets all the way to national. It gets to TMZ. You know, when it gets to TMZ, man, you know, everybody watches that.
Right, that's real life.
Yeah. So I mean, once you get on TMZ, whether it's good or bad, man, that's gonna make or break you, dog.
Yeah, you made it.
All right, that's horrible.
Hey, but it does show some unity, though.
I mean, hood wise, you could say that. Hood wise, you be like, yeah, you know, we all got together and, you know what I'm saying, whooped somebody up and got the stuff back, but still, you know what I'm saying?
What you say, Jay? I mean, what you say, Hugh?
I think it's basically something that we need to look out for, man, because it's crazy. It's like, man, like you said, Detroit already get a bad rep, man. We don't need to be going to other cities, man, and spreading it because they already hear what's going on here anyway, man. Because for the most part, whatever, man. I went to New York and they asked me that, man. You know, like New York ain't rough enough, you know.
Exactly.
I was talking to some of the people from New York, man. They like, damn, man, you live in Detroit for real, man? Is it really that bad, man? I want to know what's going on, man. You know, you should be lucky to be alive. I'm like, well, you know, it ain't as serious as y'all think it is, man. You know, you can hear things and it's not true, but it's just really bad that all that escalated like that, man. Even though the dude was wrong for stealing, but then, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. You don't got to just beat the blood out this dude in the Detroit versus everybody, lady. They shut her damn mouth because now, you know, it's like you spread us off like a virus and you put us in that situation.
Exactly.
You know, you keep that.
And they might not even been from Detroit. Shit.
Yeah. Right. They keep that stain on us alive when they do that, man. That's not cool.
Yeah, but what you just mentioned there, though, is something funny, though. He was like, that's true. I went to New York before, and it's the same kind of thing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, they getting fucked up in Harlem. And you talking about, I'm lucky to be alive? Like, they getting fucked up over here. Right. Like, period. So I don't even know what they talking about. That shit over there is so ridiculous because not only is it just a lot of crime, but they actually got a little, they got a little gang issue too. That's something we don't really have. You know what I'm saying? Not like for real gangs, like they got in Chicago. New York, LA, like them like real syndicates and shit. Like we ain't got that. So they add that on top of some grimy shit, and they got the nerve to ask us like how we surviving. Man, come on now. That shit crazy. All right, but anyway, man. Anyway, hopefully everybody, you know what I'm saying, enjoyed the fight this weekend. We're going to move it right along. Definitely a whole lot of festivities going on. I guess first I'm going to ask y'all before we get into that, man. Did y'all have any good fight part? Jay, I hear you over here. I said, did y'all have any good, at least was the fight party good, Jay? Was the party good?
Well, I had 3 options lined up. Before I left work on Saturday, I was going to go to like a little bar and grill place.
Okay.
To watch it or whatever, and they were charging $25 at the door. And my daughter wanted to go. She wanted to watch the fight. Okay. So I'm like, no, I'm not paying $50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to watch this fight, dude. And I got to buy food and all this.
Right.
Stuff.
You put extra 50 when I stay at home.
Right. Exactly. So I got invited over to a coworker's house, and then when I was getting ready to go through there, my homeboy, his little brother, was throwing a fight party or whatever, and he wanted me to come over and grill. So I'm like, shoot, I love to cook. So I'm like, shit, I'll just go over there. You know what I'm saying? Plus, that's pretty much like family to me. Right. So I take my daughter over there, you know, and we go over there and chill. Exactly. And it was a straight little fight party, man. We put some stuff on the grill. We had some good sports talk, man, and everybody bought beers and drinks, and you know, we had a great time, man. Some nice ladies was there, and it was nice.
But
it was nice, mellow, invited.
But the fight was shit. Before we get into that, though,
I ain't even want to say it.
I ain't gonna say it.
I ain't want to say it, but thanks for saying it.
I was just, I ain't saying nothing. Hugh, you went to a good party, man.
Man, I just want to say I'm sorry to my cousin, man, for spending the money on the fight. You know, you were the victim, man. You were the victim, Greg.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm sorry because, you know, I seen the look on your face, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to wipe that salty ass tear from your eye, man, but we men. You had to just chalk that up as a head. That was on you for having faith in these motherfuckers. First off.
Damn.
Everybody tried to justify the fight and made me so mad, James. And I went back to work and they like, you, how did you feel about the fight? I'm like, man, we should have a fight you asking me about. And they're like, well, you know, Floyd, man, you know, that's what Floyd do, man. Floyd ain't gonna get hit. Floyd was just doing what Floyd do all the time. I said, that's bullshit, man. I said, they put too much money on the line, man. That's supposed to be, that fight was postponed. It should have been like 5-6 years ago, man. Right. I remember when me and James were doing the show and we were talking about how Pacquiao got cheated from the Bradley fight because of the fact that Mayweather didn't fight him when he was supposed to. That was a while ago, huh?
Right.
And, you know, and this fight right here just basically defeated the purpose because now I'm hearing rumors about a rematch.
Oh,
and
shit.
I don't want to see no damn
ain't nobody gonna pay for that shit.
Ain't nobody.
Nah.
Not at all. They ruined boxing for me. That was it.
All right, so
when we first talk about the fight, I'm ready. I
was just about to say on that note, man, we're gonna dive right in it, dog. So obviously y'all in agreement on that. So Hugh, you saying it ruined boxing. Tell the people what you mean by that, man.
I was already on the tier
hold on, for 1 second. Hugh, don't start this nice talk shit, man. Let these two motherfuckers have it. Excuse my language, but let them have it. Okay? Go ahead.
We've always watched UFC and we've looked at boxing as the past tense when, you know, we've seen good fights. We've seen the Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard. We've seen, you know, Mike Tyson in his prime, from Oscar De La Hoya, for when Floyd really first was getting his feet wet in the game, man, and boxing still had relevance. Roy Jones Jr., you know, we still had something from like the 80s to like the early to late 90s to represent boxing. UFC started to creep in, man, and UFC really took over because there was so many bullshit boxing matches that I was just shocked, man. And I said, wow, this UFC picking up, and now it finally picked up. And boxing's been so much bullshit as of the last 6 years to me, man, that I was on the, borderline of just saying, man, I get one more bad thing happen in boxing to the point where I'm devastated to watch this crap, man. Then I'm done with boxing, man. And after seeing this bullshit, I'm like, I'm just not mad at what Floyd did because Floyd, people say that's what Floyd do. That's bullshit, But Manning, had a fucked up shoulder and he was trying to get, medicine for it. And they like, nah, you can't do it and all this other bullshit. I just said, man, why did y'all even do the damn fight? Because it was a waste of my time. I'm pissed off with boxing. And I have been for a long time. I said, maybe this will be a good fight. That fight came out to be one of the worst. So, yeah, I'm done with boxing, man. I don't want shit to do with boxing, man. I don't even want to really talk about this subject right now. But it's a show. We got to be professional. A lot of the stuff that went on in that right there, man, basically made me say, man, I'm done, man. And I definitely, but I don't care who boxes now, man. I'm not watching
it. Damn. Yeah, Jay, you feel the same way?
Woo! I can wait. It's my turn?
Yeah, man.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm about to break it down. Now, we all grew up, most of us, I know you, Hugh, myself, and most of the Mayweather fans grew up in the golden era of boxing, where you had the Ray Leonards, Hearns, the Haglers, the Roberto Duran, the Shane Mosley's coming up, like he said before, Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah, Sweet Pea Whitaker, my favorite boxer. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then you saw guys back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were past our day by the time we watch them. We do our clips and stuff. But the Ali's, Frazier's, Foreman, Ken Norton's, guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Robinson, greats like that. You know what I'm saying? Fight. So in our mind, when we saw fights, especially pride fights, we saw pride fights, two champions go to get together and start fighting. They actually fought. And your boxing prowess or skills was based on how good you can dodge, how good you can outbox the next one, or outslow the next one. You know what I'm saying? And you had stuff where you had boxers like Sugar Ray face brawlers or big punchers like Roberto Duran and Marvin Hagler.
Right.
Now, I seen Sugar Ray, with good footwork, work his opponent around the ring, turning left, turning right, kind of winding the sleep, jab, punch with him. And then when the guy tried to throw a punch, he ducked, and throw back with it. He actually fought the guy. He outboxed him or whatever. You didn't see one punch and run, and then when the other guy come in, grab, punch, run. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's not boxing. You see that mainly in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Where it's point system, you amateurs, amateur fighter usually fights like that. You see that in Golden Glove mainly, and in Olympics, because you very rarely see a knockout in the Olympics or a big slugfest in the Olympics. Let the dude just that good. You know what I'm saying? Like we saw some years ago with one of the good boxers in the sport right now, I think, Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? Just teach somebody up, just knock their ass out, get rid of them, or whatever. But when you're a prize fighter, you fight. You don't run. You don't whatever. And it pissed me off to take my time out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else spending all this money on this fight. Because there haven't really been any big fights. You know what I'm saying? Because, like Hugh was just saying, the sport of boxing is damn near dead. Mixed martial arts is taking over because people want to actually see entertainment. You know what I'm saying? For what it's supposed to be. If it's mixed martial arts, people are getting kicked in their goddamn face, punched,
knocked out.
Right, knocked out, submitted, all this stuff, good technical fight. I've seen great fights, great technical fights in UFC, and they didn't have to all be knockouts or nobody get knocked out, but they'd be awesome fights because these guys actually fight. You didn't see a guy throw a kick and then run around the ring for 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't hit me. Kick and run around the ring. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. You know, and then when they do stuff like that, the referee be like, hey, I'm going to take the point. You need to fight. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, this is my whole thing. I say all that to say this, Q.
Right.
Everybody from that golden era of boxing that's watched boxing should have been disappointed. Whether you're a Mayweather fan, Pacquiao fan, whoever fan, you should have been disappointed for the fact that it was a prize fight and it wasn't a fight. You know what I'm saying? And for the simple fact that everybody waited this long to see this. You actually saw 2 businessmen hustling the shit out of millions of people and millions of dollars. That's what you saw. And this shows that the sport of boxing is dead. It's dead. If this is what we're going to get from a prize fight for 2 fighters that we've been begging to see for 2 years, 5 years in the making, and this is what we get, this is what we get. Somebody who was just a shell of himself and injured in Pacquiao. He was injured. You know what I'm saying? Didn't say shit. Injured like a motherfucker. People put billions of dollars on his ass. He injured.
Right.
Anyway, I'm the greatest. Ain't nobody beat me. I'm the best business fighter in the world. I'm money team. All this bullshit. You got Justin Bieber and the goddamn Burger King walking your black ass down to the ring.
Hey, that was funny though.
Like you about to do some shit. You call Jamie Foxx to fuck the national anthem up. You know what I'm saying? You got Mike Tyson, Holyfield, all these world-class boxers that actually were warriors in the ring. You got these guys coming to see you two goddamn punks fight.
You got Denzel in the audience looking stupid.
Right. Denzel with his butt-tooth ass in the goddamn audience. You know what I'm saying? He in the audience. All these celebrities, Beyonce, Jay-Z in the front row, you know what I'm saying? They in the audience. They want to see something good where they can stand up and say, damn, that $20,000 I just spent was well worth it. You know what I'm saying? Was well worth it. The people who took the trip to Vegas, you know what I'm saying, from wherever they were coming from, we spent our money wisely. That was a hell of a fight, one of the best fights I've ever seen. That shit should have been back in the golden era box. But yet we get this bullshit. I'm sorry, but I just hope Floyd Black ass fight his next two fights. So he got one left for Showtime. That's mainly gonna be against Amir Khan. I'm not watching that shit. I'll just keep up with it on ESPN, Box, whatever. They give me some updates. But that fight gonna be in September, and then he might fight Manny Pacquiao again to go 50-0. And get the fuck on. Bye. Just leave. You know what I'm saying? Leave the sport because you're fucking it up. That's all he's doing. He's jacking it up for his own, just to glorify himself. That's all he's doing. I mean, I don't care. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this is a normal Mayweather fight. Though I know y'all been hearing that shit all weekend. But it is a normal Mayweather fight.
It's a normal. No. Well, you can say it's a normal Mayweather fight. You can say it's a normal Mayweather fight. But people who hadn't watched Floyd over the years since he was Pretty Boy Floyd would say that. Oh, that was his normal. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? No, he done got to the point where he's become a businessman and he's selling himself. And every fight he sells himself. I wouldn't be surprised if Floyd sat down with whoever he's about to fight because you know he's going to draw the money and say, hey, I'll give you a big chunk of the pie. You know what I'm saying? More money you ever seen in your life. You know what I'm saying? Make me look good. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a couple shots from you. Make me look good. Hey, we get out of there. We both got our pockets full. We straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my followers still follow me. I'm going to create the haters. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to make me popular and relevant. So, hey, I'm good on both spectrums. And he has accomplished it. Right. He's really accomplished it. He's a great businessman. He got good people around him. Great businessman. And that's what he should do because he's no longer, to me, a boxer.
Damn! Straight up.
He's a showman. He's a showman. When you can go from what you did to guys like Diego Corrales, Arturo Gotti, the way you came back against Zab Judah in that fight, and you can go even deeper. You know what I'm saying? Into when he was a young cat and them first like 25 or so wins or whatever. Floyd was the man. He was sitting right in front of the dude to just punish him. The dude couldn't hit him anyway. He didn't have to run around the ring and punch and run and all this crap. They couldn't hit him.
Well, he ain't never fought nobody as fast as Pacquiao.
Everything. I'm sorry?
He never fought nobody as fast as Pacquiao, so yeah, he was running. Part of boxing, nigga.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm just disappointed in them, man. I was just a shitty fight, man, and I just feel bad for everybody who paid their hard-earned money for these playing, man. And that was still boxing for me, man. I definitely feel James' frustration. I'm very frustrated with that, man. And I just said after that, man, I'll just stick to the UFC, man. I know that Dana White ain't gonna let these two dictate anything, man. He's gonna basically make you fight. The referee's gonna make you fight, and if you ain't fighting, you either fight or go home. You gotta be there, and you gotta compete because Dana White don't want no watered down product. He's seen what boxing become. He even said it with his own mouth.
Well,
he refused to let his sport become that way.
Well, I guess,
but Hugh, you can't watch a fight like a Hearns and Hagler fight, or Ray Leonard and Hearns, or Ray Leonard and Hagler fight, and then say this shit was acceptable. I mean, you can't justify this.
I mean,
I don't understand people, and when people justify it, they're justifying it because they like Floyd. You can like someone, but still be objective. You hear me and Hugh sit up here during football season, and we love the Patriots to death, but we're very objective. When they fuck up in free agency, or they do something stupid, and I would get on their ass about this Deflategate shit. And I'm gonna get on the NFL too when we get to it. But we're being objective. And like I said, I don't hate Floyd. I'm just saying he's become more of a businessman than the boxer. And when he's out there, that's pretty much he's sitting behind his desk and he's doing what he's good at. And that's conning motherfuckers out their money.
Damn, come on, bro.
That's all he's doing, making people buy into that bullshit style of fighting, which you can see on the fucking Olympics every 4 years. Every 4 years, as soon as to the Olympics, you'll see the same shit that Floyd gives you in a fight that you're paying $100 pay-per-view for.
Well, tell me this then. What would you have liked to have seen differently? What could he have done differently?
Like to see differently?
Yeah.
I would have actually liked to see a fight. Him not run around the because to be honest, he had an awesome strategy against Pacquiao. The way you beat a volume puncher is you keep him at a distance, work your jab, so he won't be able to put in combinations.
So what's the problem?
Marquez is a counter puncher. Marquez didn't run from Pacquiao at all. He didn't run from him. Pacquiao put him on his ass a couple times, but you saw what happened to Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He caught Pacquiao slipping. You know what I'm saying? He's the same type of boxer as Floyd is, just not as quick. You know what I'm saying? Marquez is.
Right.
The same type. You know what I'm saying? And with how big, did you see how big Mayweather was?
Yeah.
He was big. He was pushing goddamn Pacquiao around the ring like he was a goddamn dummy or a little ass doll or a little ass Filipino doll or some shit. And I'm going to tell you this. In the first 2 rounds, Pacquiao couldn't figure Floyd out for nothing.
Right.
Third round, when Pacquiao landed that big left hand that wobbled Floyd against the ropes, and then he unloaded with combinations or whatever. After that, Floyd started running. Floyd was fighting him in the middle of the ring at first. Pacquiao couldn't even get to him. He wasn't running or nothing like that. Pacquiao could not get to him at all. He felt that first punch and said, fuck this, it's Olympic time. And that's exactly what he did.
It's Olympic time,
daddy.
Wow.
Hey man, when your father and Floyd City was probably high as hell too.
Right.
When your father is yelling at you in the corners, telling you, quit, you're fighting scared. Quit running from him. You don't have to run from him. You fighting scared. You acting like you don't want to. You scared. You scared. He's gonna throw punches, something, whatever. You can beat him. You ain't gotta run from him. Well, your daddy telling you that. Come on.
So I guess you agree. You agree, Hugh? He was running.
100%. Everybody should agree.
You know I agree, man, because you know.
I don't give a shit if anybody likes Floyd. You can like Floyd. I don't give a shit. But what his black ass been doing to everybody for his last 6 goddamn fights has been bullcrap. He has not proven that he's the best that ever put on a pair of gloves. He ain't proven that. Should be a fucking asterisk by his name. Black mother. Go ahead, Hugh.
I just don't feel like with the whole fight it was just necessary at all because you put us through this for so long. You make us wait for so long, and then you just basically you laugh at us because you got money in the bank. Pacquiao got 120, he got 180, you know. So it was just a disappointing feeling for us flat out, man, because it's like we not saying Floyd was supposed to knock him out. Even if Pacquiao did knock him out, we just wanted to see a competitive fight, which we didn't see. You know,
right.
I think, like James said, it was more about the money than it was anything else. And for him to duck and dodge and to save his black ass than to basically put on the show, which Floyd hasn't been doing lately. And when you said that was a typical Floyd fight, running away, yeah, we started to get used to that. That's what boxing started to become. You know, looking pretty, promoting yourself and running and live to see another day. We're not saying go out there and stick your neck out and get knocked out. We just saying be competitive and put on a fight. And that wasn't even a fight.
If you don't want to fight, get your black ass out of here. Go on some goddamn where. If you don't want to fight, get the fuck off.
Is you mad or not?
You done con man. You done con man everybody out of their goddamn money. Get out of here. When you got celebrities that party with you and booing the shit out of you, dude, I don't know what else to tell you. The only ones that went for Floyd was his kids, the Burger King, and goddamn Justin Bieber.
The Burger King.
That was the only one that wasn't willing to fight some shit.
Hell no.
Everybody said cheated. And my Pacquiao too. I'll sue his ass too. People lost billions of dollars. Somebody's probably in the goddamn river right now because of his ass.
Man,
he ain't sitting about his goddamn shoulder. Somebody probably swimming with the goddamn fishing.
Man, on that note, dog, we gonna get off the fight shit, man, before Jay have a heart attack, bro. we gonna let him catch his breath, dog. We're gonna take a commercial break, though. Well, when we get back, man, we gotta talk about, you know what I'm saying, of course, NFL draft, Deflate Gate. We're gonna touch on that. And we got a couple questions about the NBA playoffs and you know, people playing injured. We got a couple of good things we want to touch on that. And the playoffs going pretty well. Also, you know, we gotta give a shout out to you know, to the new MVP. So we're gonna get out into that as soon as we get back from this commercial break. Don't forget, if you're checking us out on eblockradio.com, you can hit us up 760-283-4647. And always, you hit that number 1 key and comment if you like. Definitely, if you was gonna comment, you should have commented on this fight, though. That shit was crazy. Anyway, we'll be back in a couple of minutes, man. Gotta pay these bills, man. Holla at your boy. You mad or no?
Yo, it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Hugh Lewis, producer of the largest cloud radio show on the planet, straight from the E-Block Radio. Here to let you know that you can represent the radio show and your side of town with our very own t-shirt line, Pardon My East Side. You can get yours.
Wow, Hood Howard Stern, what's up with Pardon My West Side?
Oh, slow down, the Coco J. Of course, we got the West Side covered too, so you can get Pardon My East Side or Pardon My West Side t-shirts. Only thing you gotta do is go to the website, www.eblockradio.com, and get yours today. $20 for the fellas, $15 for the ladies. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well, Pardon My East Side.
Witness the Black Tie experience. Black Tie Photography, servicing all of Metro Atlanta area. My name is Cedric Pitt, your photographer. Check out our website at www.blacktiepictures.com or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Black Tie Pictures. Let me capture your professionalism in class, and you will have the ultimate black tie experience.
It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, producer of the largest cloud radio show on the planet, straight from the E-Block Radio. It'll let you know that if you have a small business or a product that you want to promote, then this is the venue for you. We have over 90,000 listeners eager to hear about your small business or product today. So go to the website, www.eblockradio.com, and see what package works for you. We have packages as low as $25 a month. Where to do that at? You can advertise your small business or product with us today. Don't forget the website, www.eblockradio.com, and advertise your small business with us.
Yo, man, we back in the building, man. Back to the livest sports radio show on the planet, man, beyond the bleachers. Of course, we talking about the Mayweather fight. If you just now joining us, man, you really missed it. Hopefully, my man Jaden caught his breath by now because he was going in. So now, if you just now checking in, don't forget you can hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. And how's your boy, man? We want to hear your voice on the radio. Don't forget also you can check us out live on YouTube at eblockradio.com. But yeah, so we back in the building, man. Enough about Mayweather because everybody excited, everybody mad, everybody booing. I thought it was a good fight. I was cool with it. Probably because I ain't paid for it. That might be why. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna move right along. Before we jump off into the NFL draft. Now, I wanna touch on the Deflategate. Now, it's been going on for obviously for a minute since football was in season, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna throw it to you first, Jay, and say because basically I wanna know what's going on and what you think about the direction it's going.
First of all, it's stupid, to be honest. I just think it's stupid. Everybody handled this wrong. Just to be honest, I think the NFL handled it wrong. I think the Patriots organization handled it wrong. I think Tom Brady was on some bullshit, and whoever was letting that damn air out the ball, they was on some bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? And then the people who caught them and told they was on some bullshit too. So I really think everything was just handled wrong. And then you're going off of a probability that Tom Brady may have known or whatever, which I think Tom Brady knew. You know how the goddamn ball fell in your hand, and you know where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So I just think Brady was wrong because he knew the goddamn ball was getting deflated. And even if he didn't even tell the guy, hey man, I'm gonna deflate the ball or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or if even if he was telling him, you know what I'm saying, hey man, take some air out of here, too hard, or what have you. Even if you didn't, man, you can feel the ball in your fucking hand.
Right.
So I just think he on some crap with that, you know what I'm saying, and I think the NFL gonna get him on it.
You think so?
I think it's gonna be so. Yeah, I think they're gonna get him at least a game. It might fuck around and be preseason though.
Right, I was just gonna say.
but I think they're gonna get him on it. They definitely gonna get fined. The Patriots organization gonna get fined or whatever. But Roger Goodell, it's just something about him, man. This dude, man, I swear. He punished people. I just don't understand how he be punishing people. And then he punished people off of lack of evidence and a probability, and just because your name came up. I don't understand that.
So you think? I mean, you gonna shift it to him? You gonna kind of shift responsibility to him?
You know
I
what?
think responsibility on all parties involved, because even if you're going to do something, do it. Why does it have to wait? Dude, the season. Well, we got this May, so June, July, August. We got like 3 months before the season starts. This shit happened back in December.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, dude, even if you want to do it after the Super Bowl, you had a week after they got their parade, after they even got the trophy, parade, rings, all this shit. Dude, do it after that. What took the investigation so long? And then the investigation showed there may be a possibility that he knew. Not, hey, we got Tom Brady, we got him on voicemail and right. Without a reasonable doubt, he's guilty because he knew we got the text messages here, we got voice conversations here, all this stuff. We even got a goddamn surveillance camera that had him pointing at the ball and how soft he wanted the you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Come with that. And then go ahead, you know, everybody's like, oh man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But now, I mean, you still about to suspend a dude, and even if you do go suspend and fine people off of probability.
That's what it's all about.
You really ain't found shit. Yeah, you can't really convict nobody in a court of law without probable cause. If you ain't found a piece of DNA on some shit, you can't convict them.
Right. So So what you think though? You said that you think he did know.
You
Just
say
do
what?
something about
I
it.
said you think that that he did know about it.
I think you did.
What
I think you did. Like I said, there's no way in the world, Hugh, you're gonna be a quarterback. You touch the ball 100% of the time, and you're not gonna know the ball play, or it's still a little off or whatever.
What you say, Hugh? You think he knew about it?
Hey, you know, it broke my heart this morning to hear that allegations, man. You know, it's dear and it's close to me, man. It's like a failed child, like I've failed my own son, even though I think he older than me. But at the same time, when you hear these allegations, man, I'm still upset. And I'm like James too, because it's not really no, closure to it. Let's get down to business on this, because I feel where you coming from, James. When you said what you said, Q looking at it too, like you're shifting it to Goodell. Hell
Right.
yeah, because that's
He's a hell yeah
from Goodell, and it's incompetence. Okay, let's put it like this. Let's put down the facts. Okay, well, Bountygate happened. What happened? He disciplined them. He had enough evidence to discipline them. Okay, let's go to when Dolphins was bullying Jonathan Martin.
Right.
Tim Wells pulled up the report and had sufficient evidence. He had everything he needed to punish the people who were involved. The Deflategate comes around. It's just like me putting you in court, Quincy, about to take you to jail and say, I'm about to sentence you 25 to life because you may or may not rape this woman.
Right. Yeah, I hear you.
What the hell is that about? That doesn't even make sense to me. And Roger Goodell shouldn't even be the commissioner right now. How stupid this report is coming out to be. I mean, you still got to blame Tom Brady, because I feel like him, Jim McNally, and John Jastrzynski all knew about what was going on. Because I even seen a text saying stuff about, Tom Brady sucks, I'm sick of him always getting on me. And they said after Thursday night Jets game, he tore them a new asshole about not taking care of and handling business like they need to. And they were saying they're going to blow the balls up like a balloon. And, I'm going to leave a pin in the ball, just to basically put him on blast. And I just don't really get it, because it's like, yeah, Tom was wrong, man. I can't say people make mistakes because he knew what the hell he was doing. I'm a New England fan, and I'm not going to let him get away with that.
Right.
But the thing is, though, as far as the Patriots organization concerned, it's like they said the chick didn't have nothing to do with it, or Robert Kraft didn't have nothing to do with it. It's Brady and the other two girls, and they basically want to make them pay for it. But regardless, though, they still don't have enough evidence, even though I feel like Tom is wrong, and his party. But the may or may not shit is out of line.
Right.
You're going to suspend or you're going to fine that organization from something that may or may not happen.
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense. That report was really bad. It was like the investigation was piss poor. It was handled worse than, the Ray Rice, the Jonathan Dwyers. And they finally disciplined, on Greg Hardy, and, they waited till the end of the season to, get the Browns and the Falcons, But as far as the England organization, I'm not sure if Belichick and Robert Kraft will get disciplined, because when you hear that, right now what I'm seeing is, because they said that Goodell had the evidence, like a few days before the draft, almost a week before the draft, when he gave them their draft picks. He let them continue and get their draft picks. He waited a little while after the draft, and then that's when he came up with the hard evidence.
Right.
But if he wanted to discipline them then, he could have did it then. Or he could have said in 2016 that they're not going to get some draft picks. We're taking away some draft picks. I think the Philly party right now basically wanted to know because, you know, it ain't like Belichick, like, okay, man, you know, we're going to have these guys here at this time so they can deflate the balls. Or, you know, I don't think him and Robert Kraft really had nothing as far as setting up this at all, because when you heard from Mark Brunell and a couple other guys, definitely the quarterbacks, when they talked about it, they said that the quarterback, like James is saying, they know what they have. They know how the balls feel. If it's, you know, to the point where it's at the right PSI or if it's deflated.
Right.
So he knows. He's been in the game too long not to know. And I just feel like he had help from them guys to give him that advantage. And I definitely don't think that the organization is going to get punished. If they do, they might get fined for not really letting the guy really, Jim McNally and Jasminski do after, like, I think the fourth conversation, they said they wanted to talk to him again. And he was like, man, you talked to this dude 4 times already. You know, we're not going to keep him going back and forth talking to y'all. If y'all didn't say what y'all need to say, then the hell with y'all.
Exactly.
So that's why I think the organization, if anything, might get fines for. They might get penalized for that. But on the other hand, though, I just feel like this right here is just a Tom Brady and the other 2 goons issue, man. And I think they're going to, if not suspend him, I think they're going to suspend him a game and he's going to get fined, too. I definitely believe that.
You think so? You think he gonna get a fine and a suspension? You think so?
I think they're going to do something just to, because when this whole thing comes from, the whole allegations and everything that's going on with this report, I think they're going to do something to try to send an example, because within the rules, they still consider them cheating. I just don't feel like they even know they damn self for sure.
Right.
But you know how Goodell is, man. I think he's an asshole. I don't care if anybody heard me say it before. I dislike him and I despise him, man. He shouldn't even be the commissioner from all the mishaps and all the bad decisions he made in the season. He's going to do something to try to lay the law, because you already know, man. He's basically going to do whatever he has to do, because he's a judge and a juror in this whole damn thing.
True.
You know,
that's true.
And he's going to convict you too as well. So he has all the party. They've been saying before that he has too much power to begin with.
Right.
In this situation, and a lot of people don't understand too that the fact is how intact we are with football and with the sports world today. You know, us, you know, doing our jobs today, you know, on our radio show.
Exactly.
The Troy Vincent dude used to be a part of the Jets organization when everything went on with the Spygate.
Right.
So Troy Vincent now is a part of the office who's going to lay the hammer on or punish Tom Brady and the Patriots. So do you think this punishment going to be something like a slap on the wrist? Hell no, because he still have true to heart, die hard gangrene in his veins.
Right.
So I think he gonna come down hard on him, man. And it's like, man, this is real bad, and it's a messed up situation that Tom Miller's in right now, man. And plus, just to have a Troy Vincent dude who used to be part of the Jets organization being one of the guys who get to make the decision, because that's what I was hearing too, is he's going to be one of the decision makers. But I still feel like when I hear this, though, it still doesn't really come down to them having the evidence, the facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what I was saying, man, you can't convict me. You may or may not rape this lady. You going to jail 25 to life.
Right. Because you may or may not have done it.
Or may not.
Right.
Like, come on now. Y'all got to say, I did it, and you got to tell me the reasons why.
Right.
That's why I don't like their facts, man. Their facts always go off the cliffhanger, man. And it's just really bad for the NFL right now. And I feel like if Tom did it, he should have been man enough to confess to it. I feel like he did it, and it ain't no mistake to it when you know that the ball is 12 balls and you got 11 deflated.
Right.
You know, and this is coming from a true diehard fan. But yeah, man, you messed up. You should have fessed up to it like a man at the time, man. Maybe all this stuff wouldn't have came down, but Yeah, man, I still think they're going to find an organization because Roger Goodell got to feel like he's the man or he's the big man on campus. So there's going to be some trickle down effect to it. But I think more than anything, the biggest punishment is going to be from Tom Brady and Jim McNally and John Smithke.
Right.
They're going to get the biggest issue.
Well, yeah, definitely. I agree with that. It's just that for me, it's kind of almost just piggybacking on, what Jay said earlier, is that I think one of the issues, though, is that they waited so long to just say what's going on. Like, if it was going to be an issue, they should have just said, shit damn near right after the season that, such and such is going to be the reprimand for this shit happening. Like, what type of investigation was they doing all summer? Like, they got videotape footage of the ball boy. Like, what the fuck do they have? Like, what are they investigating?
Yeah.
Like, they got an NFL detective or something? Like, what the fuck is they really doing?
It's a 240-page report. And people on the NFL Network and the ESPN are saying, we still don't really know what's going on. We just hear, allegations. It may happen. Maybe it didn't happen.
Right.
Damn, if we went off in a court and judicial system over something like that, man, man, how many people would be free who are just fellas and just murderers, man? Like, yeah, he might have shot him. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. We ain't had no cameras in there, and they act like, like Jay was saying, man, they got people, crime scene investigators and stuff like that that's out there, man. Or you can have something out there. Technology is well now, man. We got great technology. And it's like, man, if you don't know, man, just don't really open your mouth to say. Because that may or may not shit, man, that's out of line. And they ought to be ashamed of themselves. And how can Roger Goodell look himself in the mirror and say, yeah, we're going to lay down a punishment over something that Tom Brady may or may not know, which I think he knew 100%. But if you don't really know that he know, how the hell you going to try to fix this man or something?
Right. I don't know. But either way, I can't see it being a severe, like too severe of a punishment when they haven't actually proven anything. So, and the bottom line is this. Even if they deflated all 12 of them motherfuckers, they would still go beat their ass. So it doesn't even matter. They would still go win. Like, I don't think it wasn't a deciding factor in the game. So, you got to be reprimanded for doing the wrong thing, but definitely it wasn't even a deciding factor in the game. I think that was going to be an asshole and they was going to take regardless. So.
But at halftime, they beat them. When they got the proper balls in there to play with at halftime, man, they blanked them dudes.
Exactly.
They didn't score after that third and fourth quarter. They didn't even score.
Exactly.
And the Eagles scored 28 unanswered points against them dudes.
Right. So that's why I say definitely, it didn't really make a difference. It didn't alter the game. So that's why I say on that tip, they can be reprimanded for obviously doing the wrong thing or what's illegal, obviously. But at the end of the day, it didn't alter the game. Like, it's not like a performance enhancing drug.
Right.
But enough about Deflategate, man. We're gonna stay on the NFL for a minute though. And I guess Hugh, I'll go to you first on this one. What was your overall thoughts about the NFL draft? I have to admit though, like I said, after Thursday, I didn't really watch much of it. So
you ain't lying, man. I actually watched the first, second, and third rounds, man. The first round was pretty intriguing. It wasn't really too much of heavy trades or nothing, man. I really thought that Phillip Rivers was going to go to the Titans because I know he got family there and he don't want to make a move to Los Angeles because, the rumor is everybody feel like that's one of the teams that's going to move to Los Angeles because they're saying two teams might move to Los Angeles to share the same venue.
Right.
But, when they told Phillip Rivers, basically when they came out when Mario Mariota went to the Tennessee Titans, they said, man, you're our quarterback and we don't plan on you going anywhere. So I'm not really convinced that they're going to go to Los Angeles. But to get to as far as the draft, I thought it was some good picks on there, man. There was a lot of teams that looked pretty sharp in the draft. I feel like the Lions made themselves better. I love the trade when they got Manny Ramirez, and they got some guys to protect. Matthew Stafford, man, they got a lot of good picks to me. I felt like, man, the draft wasn't too bad. I still feel like they're missing a strong cornerback that they should get in the early round.
Right. That I agree.
Franchise cornerback.
Exactly.
But besides that, some of the other stuff that basically to protect his backside, when Matthew Stafford wasn't bad. It was a pretty good pick. I think the Jets had a good draft, man. The Raiders went after their guy when they got Amari Cooper. We knew that that's one of the guys they definitely needed. They had Khalil Mack last year, and it was some good picks, and there were some teams who did some bad picks too. Like, I just didn't understand some of the picks. I'm like, damn, St. Louis, by them getting Gordon, and it's like, come on, man, you guys already had a stud in Zach Stacy, and you have Trey Mason out, man. I just didn't understand some of the picks that they did. With that pick, I was scratching my head because now Zach Stacy moved now because he was twisted trade after that. But it was some really good pickups, man. A lot of teams got news. What surprised me too, going back to as far as with New England, I didn't think that they were going to replace Vincent Wilfork that fast. But not only did they replace him, they replaced him with like one of the best nose tackles on the board.
Right.
Because he could play the 3, the 1, the 5 technique. He could go around. He's like a chess player on that team, man. And I saw that. I said that was a good pickup. The one with the Stanford kid, made me scratch my head like, what the hell was they doing? They could have got him in probably the 4th round, but it was some pretty good draft picks, man. And I was happy with what I see definitely with the Detroit Lions, man. I think that's going to help them out because nobody talked about when Bush left. I was like, wow, so they're going to be kind of thin. Because they only had Drake Bell, which is, a feel-good story because what he went through to get that position, being a security guard to being a pro athlete, in the NFL. And now they got Amir Abdullah, man, which is like
now that's
great scat back.
That's what I was going to ask you about, though. I mean, he is good, but, he's known for putting the ball on the floor, man. So, what are you concerned about that? Because, I mean, he is known to put that boy on the turf.
I'm scared because he's undersized too, man.
Oh, he little as hell.
Cause injuries. That can cause injuries too, man.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm a little concerned, even though I like him because he's a home run hitter, and that's what we expected from Reggie. But I think a lot of his past injuries caught up with him. But I was a little concerned. But getting him in the 3rd round, because that means he's going to be a starter soon.
Exactly.
If not like when the season starts.
Right, so, not right away.
Yeah, I was a little concerned.
Exactly. Well, Jay, what you think about the draft, man? You think the Lions did all right?
I love the Lions draft. I definitely was digging how they, as you referred to, the pickup of Manny Ramirez, tackle from the Broncos. He's a veteran. Then you get a animal like Laken Tomlinson in there. They go with Wolford on the other side. I mean, their line is pretty much set to me. I love how their offensive line is. And then to get Amir Abdullah in the 2nd round was just awesome to me as well. And then you get the cornerback. I forget his name, but you get a cornerback, another need. You know what I'm saying? That's a need that you get somebody who can come in. You know what I'm saying? And do what he got to do. So, hey, I think I get a Lions probably about an A- in this draft. They really, really strategically attacked this draft. So I was happy with the draft. And just overall, I think I just paid attention to like the first 2 rounds. The 3rd through 7th round, I just went and just, skimmed and pulled bits and pieces out of some players that I know, and then some teams that I'm interested in this year. I think the Jaguars did a pretty good job in the draft.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, picking up some good players. I think the Raiders did pretty good, even though I think it won't amount to shit.
Damn. Damn. All right.
The Raiders are one of those teams, man.
Just keep it all the way real
I
today.
think they cursed, man. Like the Chicago Cubs or how the Red Sox was years ago. You know what I'm saying? Before they had finally won. But yeah, man, it's just I just think they cursed. But I think they did a good job in the draft. And the Seahawks, man, they just proved that they just gonna be on top for a while. They just, I mean, trade for Jimmy Graham, and then you just add to the pass rush span, and just the Seahawks gonna dominate the NFC for a minute.
I can agree with that.
I mean, I was happy with the draft. The draft was cool to me.
Well, let me throw this one out here real quick too. Still kind of on the same subject before we move to the NBA playoffs. And Hugh, I'm gonna go to you on this one because it's about your team. So you know my man went to New England. You know the quarterback from Michigan last year, Gardner. What do you think about that move? Like, you think he ever gonna see the light of day over here in New England?
I hope they give him a shot, man, because now that he's supposed to be going over and changing positions to a wide receiver, man, I hope he can pan out, man, because it seems like Michigan guys really don't pan out over here besides Law and Brady, man.
Exactly.
You know, over with New England, man. But I'm definitely hoping that he could do well. I'm definitely wishing him well, man, because he came over there because I just really felt bad for him, man, that he had to go through what he did because he's a good kid, get good grades, man. When you got a guy like Collins, man, who people thought that he was in part, like, really deep into that investigation about his, pregnant, baby's mama. I don't know if that's his baby or not, but it was his pregnant ex.
He don't
have to be dead.
Right.
I heard about that. I said, wow, and I'm like, man, you hear more about him rather than a guy who basically, get in trouble, good kid off the field, and he do a good job, man. And he wasn't that bad of a player, in his collegiate career. And just to not be drafted, man, I was kind of sad, man. And I just wish him well, man. I definitely hope he can pick up on there, man, and accomplish something in the NFL because that really surprised me. He was definitely unnoticed. I even thought, like, damn, he'll be a senior,
Right, maybe he didn't go. Right. Well, he definitely was. He was definitely a good receiver. Before they even started putting him at quarterback, he was definitely a good receiver. I think that's probably gonna be his way out because he can't be a quarterback for nobody's NFL team. I mean, I have to be honest. If that's the case, he's gonna be paper or plastic with Tebow. But Jay, what you say, man? You think he might have a career in New England or a career in the NFL at all?
I think he is. Because I think it's cool that you got an alum, that somebody, from Michigan, you're coming to a team where he's pretty much, the head honcho over there. And there's pretty much no pressure on him either. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, he's coming over there and, be his predecessor or whatever, his protege. He's about to play wide receiver.
Right.
Which I think is one of his natural positions anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll end up making the team. He probably won't play like right away, like right off. You know what I'm saying? But I think he'll end up working his way into the lineup. Probably, I'll probably give him next year. I think he'll be a line better, but it'll be well worth the wait. I think.
Uh-huh.
So I think Devin Gardner's gonna be okay. I'm happy that he did change his position. Because to watch him at that quarterback position, man, was painful.
Right.
like getting a goddamn root canal or something. Just,
his size alone should help him too.
Right, definitely. I think his size is definitely gonna be helpful. And like I said, before they even made that switch, he had always been a good receiver. I honestly thought he was a better receiver than he was a quarterback. I mean, at some points, I think when when he wasn't starting, I think it was easier for him to come in off the bench and look like he was doing such a great job. But at the end of the day, I think the pressure of being the number one guy at quarterback, he wasn't prepared for. So I think being a receiver is definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be his thing. And even if his career is not in New England, it'll be somewhere. I think he'll be around for a minute.
Yeah,
as long
exactly.
because I mean, just off his size and athleticism, period. I mean, he's a huge target, and he actually
as long as he's not under the center, he's good.
Yep. What about his boy though, man? We forgot about him. His ass. I'm surprised he ain't on the milk carton yet, man. Because I thought about it and I was looking like down New England depth chart, like the people they had in 2014, 15. You know, what the hell happened to Jeremy Gallon?
I know, right? I mean, he started out. What did happen to him though?
I don't know. I hope he popped up somewhere.
Know. Because he was with New England there. I don't even know if they released him or if he on the practice squad or anything. He just vanished.
Right. Yeah. So for real though, like where is he? Don't nobody know for real, huh?
No. Yeah, like you said, I'm surprised he's not on the milk cart.
Right.
He might be one of them veteran combine dudes soon.
Hey, you know what? I was thinking of before we jump off to the NBA playoffs though. Just staying on Gardner for a minute. How much you think his draft prospect or even his collegiate career would have changed if he'd been there while Harbaugh was there? Hugh, I'm gonna go to you on that one first. Do you think that would have changed his career at all?
Hell yeah, I'm glad you said that too because that's one thing Harbaugh is good with. He's good with quarterbacks, man. But I think the Harbaugh probably would have just been more of a realistic person to him too, man, and told him, man, because you know how some guys play one position and you would tell them, hey man, we think you'll be better off doing this. And I think that he probably would have told him like, hey man, you'd probably be better off being a receiver. You're a natural receiver. And basically would have made him go back to that position, because I don't think that Harbaugh wanted to set him up for failure. If it was like maybe a couple of years ago that Harbaugh was there, he might have been able to help groom him into a better quarterback, but he just didn't have that opportunity. But I think he would have made him go back to his natural position, man, and play that receiver. I think that, and I wanted to definitely say that when you asked that question too, that if he would have stayed at receiver, man, and he developed as a receiver, he definitely would have been picked up in the draft, man. He might have been like second, third round pick, man, versus not being drafted at all, being undrafted.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Because, like I say, he was definitely a good receiver. And then just imagine that coupled with Harbaugh being his coach, though. I think it's been a totally different draft for receivers. What'd you say about that, Jay?
That would have been good for him.
I think he would have. I think he would have been a top 2 round pick. He would have went in the first 2 rounds at least. If Harbaugh was there, because he would have been a receiver. He would have been probably what pick where Devin Funchess was picked at.
Right.
Just that combo together. Oh my goodness. That would have been ill. You know what I'm saying? That would have been ill at Michigan. I just think that, like Hugh was saying, when you have a certain coach, man, that just knows the game of football and know where you probably belong at and stuff like that, man, I just think he'll put you in the right spot. He'll put you in spots to succeed. And I think that Devin Gardner wasn't in the spot where he'll succeed on the next level. Like if you're just going to play, if you're going to end it all at college, you know what I'm saying, playing football or whatever, then all right, you go ahead and try that quarterback until, you know what I'm saying, the wheels fall off. But if you want to go to the next level, you want to put yourself in a position where, you know what I'm saying, or the coach should put you in a position where he can see you succeeding at the next level. And it wasn't that quarterback with Devin Gardner, man. We saw it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter if people want to blame it on the offensive line or blame it on this, that, and the other, man, it was terrible.
Right.
But
that's all you can say about it.
Right. I think he's better off at wide receiver. I really think that's his natural position to be successful in the NFL.
Definitely.
Because he took a beating that quarterback, man. Last year, when they played Michigan State, how fast they was getting that him, man, to the point where he could barely walk. People had to pick this guy up, man, and carry him like he was an injured platoon because they kept coming after him. They kept coming after him, man. They were looking for blood. They definitely didn't help him. One of the people on Michigan was trying to taunt Michigan State, talking about y'all still our little baby brother. And I heard that comment, and I was like, man, I'm a little afraid for this game, and I'm afraid for David Gardner because I knew they were going to come after him, man. It was just bad to watch, man. I turned the game off, man. I couldn't see him take that type of punishment, and just really think that he'd been better served at staying that wide receiver.
Right. All right, well, we're gonna move off Dave Gardner. So shout out to my man though for getting him an opportunity at least. Hopefully this will be a good opportunity for him though. All right, so we're gonna move away from the field and go straight to the hoop court, man. So of course it's playoff time, right? So we got to talk a little bit about that. But first, Jay, I'm gonna go to you on this one, man. How you feel about that MVP, bro?
Oh, I love it. When it came across my screen, man, that Steph got named, he was going to be named MVP, man, I was just so happy. You know what I'm saying? Just, to me, nobody in the league played better this year than Steph Curry. I mean, he was just so consistent all year. And just his, I was looking at a couple of games, actually a couple of regular season games, like on my NBA game time app. And man, Steph is he really focuses in on the games, man. Everybody think he's just out there and he has fun and he's young and you know what I'm saying, whatever. Steph is like he be zoned in on the games, man. He's like serious about winning. You know what I'm saying? And when he goes hard. He goes 110%. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it couldn't have happened to a more deserving player this year than Steph Curry. I thought James Harden had a hell of a season as well, but to me it was just unanimous, man. He got 130 out of the 138 possible votes. So it was just unanimous, man, and it was well deserved by him. So I'm happy for him. Congratulations, Steph.
What do you think about it, Hugh?
I think that I was just basically happy because at the end of the day, I like, Seth, man, and I had a change of heart because at one point I thought that James was going to get in there because he was really carrying that team, and he had Dwight Howard who was out for most of the season, and he was really keeping them competitive, man, and I think that where it changed that was he had a few problems and he had a few hiccups this season. But at the same time, he still stayed competitive. But some games, man, he kind of reminds me of how before Westbrook really started to churn in and really turn it up a notch. Yeah, he would score like 30 points, but that dude would be like 24 or 22 for 50, And it was like you seen some of the poor shooting performances, man. He had a really bad game I seen when he played the Clippers. He had a few hiccups, man, with teams that they should have beat too. And with Seth, man, they had a hiccup with the Pelicans, but which the Pelicans were a more competitive team than the team that James Harden faced. But it was just the fact that he stayed on the course the whole season. They had the best record, and not only that, he contributed the most, man. And people thought that he was just a shooter, man, but he put the other players in the game, man. Some games where he probably scored 20 points, man. You will see Klay Thompson score 40 to 50 points, man. Or you will see Draymond Green have a big game. Or you will see Andrew Bogut have a big game any given night, man. Even Maurice Spinks, man, a dude coming off the bench, coming in scoring like 17 or 20 points in 15 minutes. That's not even heard of.
Right.
And the person who orchestrated it all was Steph Curry, man. He basically went in and he's just basically a general, man. He's not just a person who can shoot the ball, but he actually executes with all the players on the team, put them in position, and he gives them a chance to score, and he gives them the best chance to win, man. And I just feel like I feel my hat off to him because not only did he do a good job this year, man, but I think that everything on Steph Curry basically improved, man. You know, his assists went up, man. His shooting always been great, but I think he's more involved in as the leadership role now, man, because he can do it all with that team now.
Right. Did you? I'm gonna throw this one out here too, real quick before we get to the actual playoffs. But Jay, obviously I know that both of y'all kind of in agreement that y'all was kind of happy about the pick. Do you think it was Do you think it was closer than that? Do you think it was somebody else that could have been more deserving? Maybe over in Houston?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Why not?
I just don't. Just the way Steph's been playing this year, man. His efficiency at the 3-point line, man, just to me, it's just not. It hasn't been a more exciting player, and then a player that's just as important to his team as as Steph.
Right. You agree with that, Hugh?
I totally agree, 100%, man, because that man, think about it, man. If you take Steph Curry from Golden State, man, how many games do you think they'll win, man? I think they'll probably barely be a playoff team, man. They probably will be like one of these Eastern Conference teams who made the playoffs was like, 38-45 or something like that. Not saying that they will be a bad team without him, but his leadership, and just it definitely helped to add his 30-some odd points a game onto there too as well. He can go to, I feel like he can go to any team and make them better, man. And I just feel like they needed him in Golden State this year because he contributed not just to himself, man. He made that whole team better, man.
Right.
Ricky Clay, man, having one of the better careers of his life, man. This year was like the best he's played. Then you got everybody else like Spinks, man. He just came out of nowhere playing good, man. Draymond Green, one of the better years of his career, man. These guys' games been elevated from Steph Curry, man. And I give that to him, man. And that's why I feel like he deserves it.
Right. Okay. I can dig that. All right, so enough of the MVP talk. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stick with the NBA though, and I think the question on deck right now is during the playoffs. I mean, the playoffs is something serious. A lot of people don't never even make it to the playoffs, obviously. But what we want to know right now is if a superstar gets injured, you know what I'm saying, and it's not like one of those, we gotta fly him to University of Michigan and have his whole knee replaced. If he's not really that injured, should he still be playing, or is it justified to sit out? Now, this is a good question because I know we always talk about D Rose during the season, how he was chilling in his uniform, which was a 3-piece suit, and I just want to know, is it acceptable to just to take that time off, or should it be something that's really detrimental to keep you out the game? Hugh, I'm gonna go to you first on that one.
Man, I think depends on the injury, man. Because some injuries you don't want to when it comes to like a Chris Paul down, or when you have my boy John Wall, man. He had a sprained wrist, man, and you don't want to go and do a wild layup and get banged up and fall on it. A hamstring, it could be tricky. It's good to sit them out a game or so But I feel like if it's something like that, man, and you just need the time off to rest, you know that's okay. Because the other night, Bradley Beal had a sore ankle, but he came out, you wouldn't even think he had a sore ankle. But, you know, when there's something that's not really too serious, I wouldn't say push Chris Paul in there so he could hurt his hamstring even more, or force John Wall to come in, you know, because I feel like those guys are valued to their team. And that would be crucial for those guys to get hurt even worse for them not to compete, because they're in a position right now where they could go to a championship, maybe. But yeah, man, I just feel like depends on what the injury is, man. Because if it's something that you feel like you got to monitor, then it's appropriate to send them out. Like I wouldn't say send them out a whole damn season or nothing either. I would just basically monitor what's going on with them first, and then, you know, let that person, you know, decide. And, you know, we basically test the waters and see how he's feeling. But when you put it into your own hands, like Rose did that time, like, hey, man, I know myself, man. I know they say I'm okay and I could be able to play, but I know my body, and I'm saying I ain't playing this year. Right. Yeah, that'll piss me off. You know, if somebody would do that and they put it and make their own decision basically on how they feel about it. Because, you know, we look at these guys like not only are they franchise players, man, but, you know, they're putting millions of dollars in you. You're their investment, man, you know, as the owners of these teams, man. And I understand if you're not 100% or if you banged up, and I can respect the fact that I don't want my athlete being to the point where his career be over. But at the same time, too, I just don't want you to feel like you have the right to make the decision, even though I wouldn't bully or force you to do anything. But when it comes to something where you like, well, man, when the doctor clear you, and you like, well, man, I don't think I can go, man. I know my body, and my body's saying I can't go. Yeah, that'll piss me off.
That piss you off, huh?
But yeah, I definitely wasn't like that whatsoever.
I dig that. Jay, what'd you say, man? Sit out or play through the pain?
You and I don't see eye to eye on this. Regular season, I think it's okay. If you want to take a couple games off, because I think you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? You can afford a week or two off, or even a month or so. You know, but when to me, unless it's a debilitating injury, like ankle messed up, you know what I'm saying, to the point where you could really put any pressure on it, or, you know what I'm saying, you break your wrist, or like Mike Conley he had a fractured face, like his face itself was fractured. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you could probably die from. You know what I'm saying? If you was to get hit in the face again or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when you're like a franchise player, you know, then I'm paying you all this money, I don't give a shit if your hamstring is hurting a little bit. We're going to put some icy hot on it, and you're going to get your ass out there and play. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's playoff. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? It's playoff time. If you can walk, you can play. You know what I'm saying? John Wall. I mean, and once again, I'll refer to this as well. We, us three on this talk show right now are from the golden era of basketball, where you had tough men playing. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas can barely walk on his ankle and hit 25 points in the fourth quarter of an NBA Finals game.
Right.
So, oh my bad, a bunch of people out here. Kind of threw me off. But yeah, I mean, we saw Warriors out there playing the game of basketball with little injuries or whatever. You know, hamstring, you can tape it up real tight, give it a quarter zone shot or whatever we need to do, rub some on it, and we out there. You know what I'm saying? Because this do or die. What we gonna do? Chris Paul out, he can't play. Tweak hamstring. we down 3-1 by the time he come back. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff is crucial. I think a lot of this stuff is real crucial. Crucial type of basketball right now. You're going for an NBA title. The Clippers, they got rid of the San Antonio Spurs. So you get rid of the Spurs and defending champions, you're now the favorite, even though Golden State's doing their thing. Because the favorite, you're not off the champ. You know what I'm saying? So you got to play a pretty good Houston team with a good player. You know, since good players on their team, and your best player is out. I mean, Blake Griffin is playing pretty damn good, but shoot, your floor general, your leader is out right now. You know what I'm saying? With a hamstring injury, and then John Wall. I mean, they pretty much live by him. You know what I'm saying? Over there, that's pretty much their main motive over there. You know what I'm saying? That runs the car. So, dude, when you go out, the whole ship kind of, you know what I'm saying, tilts a little bit. Right. So I think, man, the playoffs are, you know what I'm saying, this high stakes, you're especially in the second round too. Dude, you gotta play. You have to play. I just really feel like you have to play, man. Do or die.
So you disagree?
I mean, you injure yourself a little bit. Go ahead.
You disagree with Hugh then, huh? You say take that shit up and go out and play, huh?
Yeah, I think they should play. If it's not debilitating, you know what I'm saying? If you can get out there, at least try it. You know what I'm saying? At least try to go on it. Because sometimes you can be like, man, I don't know, I don't feel too good, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then you end up going out there and get that sweat going, and then you get the flow of the game, or whatever. You like, heck yeah, I can go on it. You know what I'm saying? And you go ahead and play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you just like, this means this much to me. Right. So if I wake up a little sore tomorrow than I did today, then so be it. But it was for a good cause. Right. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I guess I can.
So I feel like they dirty the shit out these athletes too much, man.
That happened too with Dwight Howard that time, man, when he was in LA. And when he was playing, Kobe questioned his toughness, man, and he was trying to go through, and grind and help play with them, man. And he hurt his back even worse. You know what I'm saying? And he regretted messing with Kobe, of course, because, Kobe was bullying him.
Right.
But at the same time, though, sometimes, when players get scared like that, they play scared.
True. Yeah.
Right. But we know too, man. We just want to go in there. These guys are kind of soft now, man. And
right. Let's not avoid that.
Yeah, I feel like if those guys feel that way, man, like if they can't perform, I won't take it out of their hands and say, well, yeah, man, you're gonna play anyway. You're on my team. But at the same time, I would definitely try to hear them out. Even though I probably still tell them to take their ass out there, but in the case of when you're trying to rush, even though you're trying to rush your players, in the case of Paul and Wall, that's funny, Paul and Law. But when that happened, though, man, you got to definitely make sure that you monitor these players, man. And I just feel like it was mainly the coach's decision, too, not just them saying, hey, I ain't going to be able to go.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, it's playoff time. I agree with you on that tip, Jay. I mean, really, at this point, you gotta go out there on the bum leg if you got to. So it's go time, like you said.
Yeah,
and it's a bad thing though because it could end up like Dwight Howard, where you can make shit worse. You know what I'm saying? But that's the risk you take being a pro athlete. I think that's about the bottom line.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you can kind of, you know what I'm saying, feel it a little bit. You're like, oh man, it's not feeling right. You know what I'm saying? But at least the fans like, shit, he gave it a go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or the coach like, yeah, he gave it a whirl. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and just pull him on out or whatever. But just to be like, all right, just to be content Usually you used to have to like make a player be like, you know what I'm saying, dude, you gotta sit down, dog. You gonna kill yourself, like you gotta chill.
Right.
Wasn't nobody back in the day. Wasn't nobody taking Isaiah Thomas off that court, and nobody wasn't gonna tell him to sit down. He was visibly showing that he could barely run or even walk on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Chuck Daly wasn't gonna even be like, "Hey man, we're gonna take you out." He would probably punch on Chuck Daly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like players would die on the court back then. You know what I'm saying? Now they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I am hurt. You know, yeah, I might need to sit down a couple games." You know what I'm saying? Like, dude. I mean, we in the playoffs. We going for a championship run, man. It's go time. I'm sorry. I'm going out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a while back, well, a good while back, I should say, back when I was about 14 years old, I was still in high school, and I used to play for a church league. You know what I'm saying? And we was going for our championship, man. And practice before that, I broke a ball in my foot. We was just, playing around, doing layups or whatever, and ended up coming down, and I could hear it pop. Like it just pop, man, like a twig. And I could hear it. So by the moment I stepped down on it, it was probably the most excruciating pain this side of a toothache I probably ever felt in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, our game, it was Saturday, and I'm like, our game is Wednesday night. So I'm like, I'm playing. And the doc's like, no, I'm putting a cast on this and whatever. So he put a cast on it on that Saturday. I kept it on until Tuesday. Wednesday, I cut that sucker off. And I got some ace bandages, and I snuck out the house. Like my mom didn't even know where I was. So I snuck out the house to play, and we ended up winning. I ended up scoring 35 points and whatever. Like, I was playing. I was damn near calling out the gym afterwards. But,
right.
You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like the love, you know what I'm saying, of the game that a lot of athletes would put online. But it's just like these athletes nowadays, man, they baby.
Right. I mean, that's the bottom line.
It's like they want to sit out.
So they want to sit out. Hopefully that's not the case, man. Especially when people paying all that money to see them. Right.
Exactly. True. And so far, I mean, the playoffs been pretty exciting. It's been pretty cool. It's been better than what we had predicted at first. You know what I'm saying? Me and Hugh thought they was gonna be kind of boozy. You know what I'm saying? But they've been kind of the playoffs been kind of nice. I've been kind of enjoying the playoffs.
Right. Definitely playoffs going good, man. Right. And I think that if I'm gonna say it right now, man. I think if the Bulls can get past Cleveland, they might come out the East, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Who coming out the East?
I said that if Chicago can get past Cleveland, they might get out of it. They might get out the East.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Washington came out the East.
Hey, look,
right now.
They getting their ass beat. They getting their ass beat right now, though. They getting their ass beat right now.
Yeah. Damn, I ain't even think about that.
Right.
Even though Ramon played good yesterday, though. Sessions played pretty good.
Yeah. Sessions been playing pretty good, but man, shit, it's gonna be a long road.
Without John Wall, though.
Right, exactly. Never gonna be that. Hey, but on that note, man, we already pushing it close to the 9 o'clock spot, man. You know, we gotta get up out of here. I'm gonna catch the last part of this Bulls game because they getting their ass beat too. But I want to thank everybody that checked us out tonight, man, on eblockradio.com. Everybody that called in and was scared to say anything because Jay was about to lose his fucking breath talking about Pacquiao and Mayweather. So if you ain't hear about that, if you watching this on the replay right now, I know people probably rewinded that shit about 9 times. But I swear that you had a small heart attack earlier. Hey, on that note, though, fellas, we up out here, man. It's your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis. Got my man Jay Lew and Hugh in the building, man. We're going to check y'all out next Wednesday, all right? Fellas.
All right.
All right.
For sure.
Peace, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
Whatever, man. Shit, man.